So the last couple of puzzles I've done have been a little difficult. They've been a lot of fun, but they've been difficult. So today I wanted to try and see if I could find a couple of easier puzzles. So I'm gonna actually try and do two Sudokus today. I went on Logic Masters Germany and searched. There's a way to search for um, easy and nice. So basically, puzzles that have been rated easy, but also have a high quality rating. Because a lot of times, easy puzzles get kind of poo-pooed a little bit, and oh, yeah, it was okay, but it was pretty simple. 30 seconds done. That kind of thing. And easy puzzles can be just as good. And you don't always have an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours to solve a masterpiece. As fun as those are, sometimes it's nice to have some quicker puzzles that are also well crafted and fun to do. So I pulled up two of those. I just searched for easy and nice and just kind of clicked through and found some that caught my eye. So the first one, I'll leave links in the description to both of these puzzles, by the way. And since they're easier puzzles, you should definitely try it out, even if sometimes some of the hard puzzles are too much for you. You should definitely try these out today. So this first one is we've got it in F puzzles here. This is by Sudoku Explorer or Sudoku Explorer, depending on how you like to pronounce the word. It's called 6 XClones and 2 SClones. Normal Sudoku rules apply. We've got the red and the yellow sections in here. They're clones, so we need 5 more clones of this red, and 1 more clone of the yellow. And it specifies that an exact clone is a translation of a shape with the digits in the same order, no reflections or rotations. So sometimes with clones you can rotate them, and you could put 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. That would be a clone of this, but rotated 90 degrees. But the rules this time say that that is not allowed. Um, Here, let's see. Let's reset our timer. We don't want to start at 12 minutes and make it any harder for ourselves. Okay, so let's see. So we know we need to make 5 more copies of the red. Um, so the 4 can't be anywhere in here. So 1, 3, 5 have to be together like that. So we can't put a red clone in here, obviously. We can't put a red clone in here. We could put one there if we had 2, 3, 4 across here. We can put one up here. Okay. So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be completely in one box, but so we know we can't put one. So thinking about the center of the plus shape, it can't be in column 1, right? Because you'd have to have a 2 outside of the grid, and that's obviously nonsense. We could put 1 in column 2, up there or down here. We can't put 1 in column 3 because there already is one. We could put 1 in column 4, 5. 4, 5, or 6 would all have to be down in the top or the bottom. So you could do one in column 1, 4, 5, or 6, but they're both of those would have to be in boxes 1, 2, 7, or 8. Because we can't put one in box 4 or 5. Well, I guess it could stick down into, but it's definitely going to have to be, mostly in box 2 or mostly in box. You can't put one there because of the 4s, so you could do here. But it's going to be mostly in box 2 or 8 at least. Now, so that's 2. So that we can really only get 2 more copies in boxes 1, 2, 7, and 8. And we need 5 more exact clones. So the other 3 are... Oh, no, because we can do 3, can't we? Because we could do one up here, for example, and then one here, and then another one down there. But we can only get 3. I think. Let's see. If we did one there, we could do one there. No, we can't because the 2s. So yeah, so the most we can get in these 4 boxes is 3, because you can't put one in box 1 and in box 7 because they can't go in column 1, or the middle can't be column 1 or column 3. You know, you could have it partly into box 7 like this, but then you can't do another one down here. So we can get 3 of them. So there needs to be 2 over here in boxes 4 or 3, 6, and 9. We need 2 copies. And again, you can't put one in column 9. The center can't be on column 9. So there needs to be one centered on column 7 and one centered on column 8. Now, where exactly that fits, I don't think we can say yet. So there's going to be... could be there, or there, or there. And then there's got to be one in column 8. But column 8 has more options. There's definitely one either here or here, for sure. So there's a 1, 3, 5 somewhere in there. Actually, yeah, okay. Here, well, not quite, because this, yeah. I was gonna say we know that there's 2 copies of the red in, centered on 7 and 8, and so the 1, 3, and 5 are gonna be somewhere in these, and we could put 1, 3, 5 over here, but that's not true because the one centered in column 8 could come down all the way to here even. Or even here. So it can be anywhere in column 8. In column 7, it's much more limited. So we know there's a 6 over here. One and 5 have to be somewhere in these. Um, 9 has to be in one of these 2. This one, so this is either 6 or 9. 1, 5, 9, 1, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6. So it's to be a 1 down here. I feel like the yellow clone is gonna be less helpful because there's a lot of places. I think we're just gonna have to fit that in once we kind of know where the red clone is. But could put one up there. Okay, so there has to be one centered on column 2, right? And because we can't put 2 of them, we need right, because we need 3 total in boxes 1, 2, 7, and 8, and we can't put... I don't think we can do it if we don't have one. Yeah, because we can't put them all centered on columns 4, 5, and 6. One of them has to be centered on column 2. It's going to be either there or there. But either way, we have a 1, 3, 5. You can't have it stick down here because you'll end up with 5s in the same, or if you have it here, the 1s will be the same. So there's going to be definitely a 1, 3, 5 somewhere in here, which will then force a 1, 3, 5 in column 1. There has to be a 4. Now, yeah, and so whichever one is on here, the other one... Okay, so it could be down here, it could be up here, but we know that it's centered in the box, wherever it is. And so then if you put it here, the other one that is, one of them is going to be centered on like 4 or 5 or something. One of them is going to be centered on column 2, which means it's also centered on column 8, or row 8 or row 2. And so the second one that's in the next box over, one of these two, is going to have to be shifted up or down. You can't go all the way up here because of the 4s. So one of them, there's going to be a red clone in one of those 2 spots. I'm gonna color blue. Blue is gonna be our possible reds. So you're gonna have this one or this one plus one of these 2. And then you're gonna have one in column 7. It could be, I'm gonna do those purple. So there's 3 of the 4 blues, and then we're gonna do 2 of the purples. Now the purple up here could be here or here. But you actually can't put one up here. Right, so whichever these 2 is a blue, whichever these 2 blues happens, the purple is going to be the opposite. So if we do this blue down here, we can't do this purple. So then this purple would be in the center of the box. Oh, but yeah. So if we have this blue and this blue, let me get rid of this for a second. If we have these 2, then you'd have to put the third one down here, right there. And then you'd have a problem because of these 2. Yeah, that wouldn't work. So we need to put 3 across the top instead. And this needs to just have 2 down here. Now, it could be... But we don't know which 2 of the 3. But there's 3 across the top. We know that now. And they have to be centered on row 2, row 3, and row 4. And the only place you can center one on row 4 is right here. So that is a red clone. That probably took longer to figure out than it should have on a supposedly easy puzzle, but I've never claimed to be a super fast solver, so, it's okay. So that is a red clone. Now, that tells us that we have a 4 down here. We need to have a 2 and a 3 in here. Let's see. What's down? So these are 1, 6, and 7. This one can't be 1. Yeah, the rest of those are good. So if this was... Okay, so it has to be this way, doesn't it? Because we've got the 4, we need the 3 and the 2, and we can't put this one down here. So yeah, these have to be... I think these have to be the clones. Right here. 3, 5, 2, 4, 1... Oop, sorry. 3, 5, mistyped. 2, 4. I think that's right. So 2, 3, 4. So these are 2, 3, 4 up here. This one can't be 2, not 3, not 4. That 1 above gives us the 9, 6, 1. This is not 1. What do we have across here now? 7, 8, and 9. This one has to be the 8. 7 and 9. These are going to be 4 and 8. And in the middle here, we have 1, 2, and 3. This one can't be 1 or 3, so it's a 2. Okay, cool. So now that we have the 2 here, we know that this blue is not a red clone. And this can't be a red clone either because of the red clone up here. So we need to put 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 more. I think you could put one there. And then maybe down here. Yeah, because we said we needed one in column 7. So it has to be, this has to be a red clone. And so then the other one has to be in column 4 and row 7, which I think looks like it should work. 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4. Look at that. That works out nicely. Now we've got the 3 down here, so that's going to give us 4. Oh, I can't type today. 4, 2, 3. Let's see, we just need to finish this off now. This is 6 and 7, 5, 8, and 9. This one can't be 5. These are 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's see, what do we got in this column here? 6, 7, and 8. We need a 5 up here. All right, maybe we need to figure out where the yellow clone goes. 6, 7, 8, 9. Where could it even go? Can't go here. Could go down here. That's a possibility. Except it can't, because 8 and 9 here would put 5 in both of those, so that's not possible. So it's got to be down over here somewhere, like one of those, right? It's got to be down in box 7, I think. All right, these are 7, 8, 9. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have a 7, 8, 9 triple here now. So that gives us the 4 and the 8. And 1, 3, 5. This one can't be 1 or 3. This one can't be a 3. 2, 3. So our 6, 7, 8, 9 has got to be here, I think, our clone. 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 6 and 7. 8, 9 pair gives us that. This is going to be 4. What do we need here? 6, 7, and 9. We have a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple across there, which gives us the 5. This is, oh, sorry, this is 8 or 9. 8, 9 gives us the 5 there. This is not a 9. Now, where else do we need to look? Oh, well, if this is the clone, then it's 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Not just 6, 7, 8. I was kind of thinking them in as pairs of 6, 7, and 8, 9, but this is 1, 8, 9. This one can't be a 1, so the 1 is there. This one can't be a 9, so the 9 is up here, which gives us the 8, 9, 8. This can't be an 8. 6, 7 pair is going to give us that 9. This can't be 6 or 9. This one can't be 7 or 8. So this is a 6. And this is 9 over here. This is not 9. 6, 7, 8 triple across the bottom gives us the 2. This is 7 or 8. Now we have a 7, 8 pair, which gives us the 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 7, 6, 7, 6, 8, 9 is resolvable from the 9 and the 8 here, and the 6 down here is going to give us 7, 6, and 8, 7. There we go. That was 6 X clones and 2 S clones. That was a fun puzzle. It was fun to find the clones. Once you find the clones, the rest of it just sort of fell together. But that was pretty neat how, the since they're a plus shape, the clone can't go off the grid, which eliminates this whole outer ring essentially from being the center of the clone. And because of how this other clone was situated in here, it kind of prevented a lot of other options. So that was nice. Fun puzzle. Pretty easy, but easy doesn't mean bad. I still enjoyed that. So now I'm gonna grab a drink and then we'll look at the next puzzle. Okay, so the next puzzle I've got here is actually going to be in Penpa instead of F puzzles. It's called Little Samurai by Demano. And it's pretty standard stuff other than the shape of the grid. So we've got a bunch of 4x4 grids. There's these 4 colored ones. And then there's one in the middle that overlaps those other 4. And so the interesting thing about this one is each of these 4 colored grids uses a different set of numbers. There's 1, 2, 3, and 5 in the top left. 1, 2, 4, 6 over here. 2, 3, 4, 8. 3, 4, 5, 7. And this middle grid, we actually have to figure out for ourselves which digits are in there. And so that'll be interesting. And there's a bunch of constraints. There's standard stuff though. You've got little killers over here where the digits have to sum to the number outside. With the arrows, the digits on the arrow sum to the circle. These digits sum to the number in the corner of the cage, and on the thermos, the digits have to increase moving away from the bulb. So all just standard stuff. So let's see what we can figure out. I'm immediately drawn to this 5 over here. There's only 2 ways to make 5 and 2. 1, 4, or 2, 3. And we don't have 3 as an option, so those have to be 1 and 4 with a 2 and 6. And then the 6, let's see, if we had 4, you could make 6 with a 4 if you had 1 and 1. Because you can repeat a digit on a little killer as long as it doesn't break normal Sudoku rules. And you could put 1s there. But the 4 here would put a 1 there, so you can't put a 1 right there. So this can't be a 4. Which then means this is 6 minus 1 is 5. And again, the only one you can make 5 is 1 and 4. You can repeat a digit here now, which sometimes might help, but with an odd total, a repeated digit doesn't do any good anyway. So it needs to be 1 and 4, and they have to be that way because of the 4 down here. That's 2, 6. That's a 2, 6. This is a 4. This is a 1. 2, 6 pair. The 1 has to be down here, and the 4. All right. Good start. I'm assuming all these 2 6s are going to be disambiguated by this middle grid once we know whether we need a 2 or a 6 there. So we'll move on. This big arrow is sort of calling out to me saying, look at me, I'm restricted. On a small grid like this, a big arrow can't have very many options. So I think this has to be a 5 because, yeah, the minimums here would be 1, 2, and 1, which is already 4. And the only digit bigger than 4 that we have available is a 5. So then the question is, can we put a 3 on here? Well, if we had a 3, the other 2 would have to be 1. So it would have to be 1 and 3 with a 1 because you can repeat a digit. So that's possible. But this one can't be a 3. It'd have to be a 1 or a 2. It's 1, 2, 3, I suppose. But it has to have a 1. You can't have 2, 3 here because that's already 5. So there has to be a 1 over here. It has to be 1, 2, or 1, 3. So these are going to be 2, 3, 5. Down here, this one has to be a 3 or a 5 with either 1, 2, or 2, 3. So there's definitely a 2 in there. So that's a 1, 3 over here. Okay, I'm going to look down here and come back to that one. I'm not seeing anything immediately. So 7 and 2, using these options, has to be 3 and 4. 11 has to be 4 and 7, I believe. Yeah, because 5 would need a 6 and 3 would need an 8. So, put those in. We don't really have any pairs that line up or anything here, so I don't know that we can really say anything about these cells yet. No. Okay, let's look at the thermos. I'm definitely writing in the candidates. There's 3-cell thermos on a 4x4 grid. There's only 2 options for each one, so we're definitely going to do that. Then what can we do? Oh, we have a 4-8 pair right there. So that's a 3 and a 2. That's going to make that a 2. Um, oh, there's definitely a 3 up here, right? And so, oh, okay. Yeah, there's definitely a 2 up here. So we know there's a 2 and a 3 in the middle grid now. But, so there's a 2 in one of those. We can't say for sure it's right there yet. Or at least I don't see we can. Maybe we can. There's definitely a 3 here. Okay, so the 3, yeah. Where do you put a 3 in this top right corner of the middle grid? It can't be in there, so there has to be a 3 right there, which is going to get rid of that one and give us a 3 there. And this is a 4, 8. This is 2, 4, 8. Oh, the 3 down here gives us the 2. And so that gives us a 2 there. This is a 4, 8. These are 3, 4, 8. Can we do anything else down here? This is 4, 8. This is... I don't think we can... Maybe there's a way to finish that, but I'm not seeing it. So let's come back up here then. Oh, we now know that there's... Or maybe we've known this for a while. There's a 4 in the middle. Middle grid. So we have 2, 3, and 4 for sure in the middle. And the 4... Right, there's no 4 up here in the red, so the 4 has to be there. But we already have the 4 here. There has to be a 4 down here. Okay, 2, 3, and 4. So the 2 can't be in this bottom left grid, so the 2 has to be there, which will give us a 2 there. This is not a 2. So this has to be 1, 3. Now we have a 1, 3 pair, which is going to give us the 2 up there and the 5. That's a 3, 5 pair, so we get the 1 and the 3. This is a 1 or a 2. 1, 2, so we need 2 more to complete the 5. That's a 1. This is 3, 5 pair makes this a 2. We already knew there was a 2 there. But so this is either 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 5. So there's definitely a 3 in here. So this is a 1 or a 5. This is a 1 or a 3. So, oh, I suppose, yeah, okay. So we know there's a 2, 3, and a 4. We only need one more digit in here. And we've got, it could either be a 1, a 6, or an 8 at this point. It doesn't have to be one of those. But we've got 3, kind of extra numbers here. Can we rule those out? If this was 8, and 8's, yeah, if this was 8, where would you put an 8 in the top right? It can't go over here, and if that was an 8, it can't go right there. So this can't be an 8. This is a 4. Okay. 3, 4, 8. Oh, 8. 3, 8. All right, there we go. Now, okay, so there's definitely a 2 here, which means this is a 2. Now we can do the same thing here with, now if this was a 6, where would you put a 6 in the top left grid? There'd be no place for a 6, so this has to be a 2. So when I said earlier that we couldn't say for sure that was a 2 yet, I was kind of wrong, but just not for the correct reasons. You couldn't say it was a 2 the way I was thinking about it, but okay, so we've got our 2, 3, and 4 down here. So this, whatever is the 4th digit, is going to be right there. So this is going to be 3 plus the extra digit. Now, can we do a 1? Same exact thing. If we had a 1, where would you put a 1 down here? If that was a 1, there's nowhere to put a 1 in the bottom left, so this is a 3. Nope. Yeah, that's 1. Yep. 5, 3. Okay, so this is going to be 4 plus the extra digit. Right, right. So 2, 3, 4. We've got 3 here. 4 can mean any of them. Okay, so this is the extra digit, whatever is with 2, 3, and 4. So that rules out that digit, whatever it is, has to be right there. So this has to be a 5 or a 7 then, because it has to be 3, 4, 5, or 7, because it's in this grid, and it can't be 3 or 4. So it's a 5 or a 7. Whatever it is, it's there, it's there, oh, and it's there. So that makes this a 3 and this a 4, and that can't be a 3. This is a 3, this is a 4. So all we need to know is what this one is. But this 3, yep, it's going to tell us. So it's 7's in the middle here. This is 4. This is nice. I like how all this falls together and cascades from one grid to the next. These are 3 and 7 and 5 and 4. Solution is correct. All right. Cool. That was a lot of fun. See, so both of these puzzles just show you that, easy puzzles don't mean not fun, because those were both a lot of fun, and they were both pretty easy. Probably took me longer than they should have, but that's okay. I wasn't going for a speed run or anything. I was just enjoying the puzzles. So those are fun. If you tried them, let me know what you thought. Did you like them? Did you find them easy? Did you get tripped up somewhere? Did you see this this thing in the middle here before I did, where the 6 couldn't be anywhere up here, the 1 couldn't be down here, the 8 couldn't be up here? You probably did. That's a neat idea. I like that a lot. I've made some kind of interlocking grids like this before. This type of puzzle, usually with like a full 9x9, but I've never done it with different digits in each of the grids. That's a cool idea. I really like that, Domano. Now my brain's thinking about how I could use that idea to make some puzzles. But yeah, so great puzzles. Not surprising from Domano and Sudoku Explorer. But let me know what you thought if you tried them. If you liked these puzzles, if you'd like to see me do some more easy puzzles in the future, more hard puzzles, what kind of puzzles you like. And I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks.